Once again, I'm recording this at the end of a very busy and good day. Today's goal was to travel from Burgos to Hontanas. That was a 20-mile trek. That was the longest trek we've taken so far. It was warm finally. The weather's broken. It was in the upper 70s today. It wasn't hot. There was a nice breeze most of the day. So it was good for walking. The walk wasn't difficult. It was just a lot of it. We started at 5:30 in the morning and didn't finish until about a quarter after 4. So quite a long day of walking, but I can't complain at all. We got out of Burgos successfully. Oh, and then today what I'd like to do is just go quickly, blow by blow, all the details that I saw throughout the day. This is why you're going to see why it's so difficult for me to do all of it. So that's why sometimes on my videos I'll specialize and talk about just one thing, even though every day has these kind of neat things happen. So we saw the sun come up, but not actually the sun. It was around 60 degrees and perfect. We took time walking over a river. I videoed it. I just love running water. I don't know why. I think many people have that. And of course we had to take a selfie. We arrived to the first town, whose name now escapes me, which is a shame because each of them are special, but unfortunately they tend to run together. We had coffee and snacks, and then as we walked through town, we saw some young storks. Not yet ready to fly, but they were thinking about it. I love walking. You'll see some videos later on where I've collected a bunch of them, but they haven't left the nest yet. And then we had spent some time with a flower and a bee, quickly. For whatever reason, I've been told that there have been a lot of flowers this year. It can be because of the rainfall, and it's just that time of year, so I'm not complaining. The next town, there was a cute chapel. The doors were wide open, and there was a very elderly sister, but very active, very happy, and she gave everybody blessings as they came in. She treated each person as an individual, spent time with them, and just wonderful. She spent many years in Africa inoculating and doing nursing care for children there. And she had a donation jar there that I contributed to. There was a sign for a well, so I had to stop by and see what that was, and there were quite a few pilgrims there just chilling and relaxing for a while. There was a hand pump to get water, and so many people were taking advantage of that. Walked some more, and then I arrived at the entrance. This was about 6 or 7 kilometers more at the edge of the valley where you're going to run in, and then the town is at the bottom of the valley. So there were 3 fellow pilgrims sitting on the bench looking out, and there was also a cross next to them with other people's add-ons, so those are always fun to look at. The next town had the first place I stopped at had a sign over it alerting people of how many more kilometers they have to go to get to Santiago, and it is shrinking. We're almost at the halfway point, which does make me sad. And as I was drinking my favorite non-alcoholic beer, I watched some not sparrows, but swallows flying in and out of their nests. So that was fun. Walked some more, saw my favorite flowers, had to take a picture of them, of course, and walked some more. Lots of stacked stones. People like to stack stones. God knows there are enough stones in Spain that they can stack all day long. There was a very nice memorial that I took a picture of. And as I was walking, it was getting windy. You can see in the video there. And quite nice. It got a little bit cloud cover, threatened to rain, didn't do that. But it was, as you can see, the wind blowing the grass. It was nice. And I saw another cross, very tall, thin cross. And at the top, I believe it is a Knights Templar cross. And that actually was the entrance or the downhill to get to Hontanas, which we stayed at tonight. Got there, changed clothes, relaxed, ate dinner. We had a wonderful paella dinner, and we took a walk around town, and finally enjoyed one of the several town's fountains. Again, running water. Can't help myself. So that's a wrap on today. Lots happened, just odds and ends, but 20 miles, 1 foot in front of the other is the only way to get there. So I hope you enjoyed it as well as I did, and stay tuned. I don't know exactly what I have planned for tomorrow, but there'll be something else. So take care of you all. Thank you very much for supporting us.